South Park, going out, have myself a time.
I think the fact that it manages to stay so much more like relevant in terms of its content as opposed to other shows is at least interesting. I don't know if it's really as much of an impact on pop culture as much as it is like sitting there and making fun of it. You know, I think the point of it is to just make satire out of as many things as possible. They do an amazing job of keeping their content up to date. Because when you look at a show like Family Guy or The Simpsons, you know, Family Guy has a budget of like 6.5 mil per episode, and it takes a year to produce. So when you watch a new episode of Family Guy, and they're making jokes about things that were relevant a year or two ago, and at that point, why would you want to make a joke about something from that long ago, as if it's current, right?
Right.
South Park, given that they make their episodes so quickly and with a very consistent like quality, I find it, you know, it's pretty cool. I think now, as opposed to then, they do a better job of like having it be actual commentary and have there be a point to the episode more so than just making fun of stuff and, you know, making raunchy jokes for the sake of making inappropriate jokes. Not only they make fun of everyone pretty equally, but the fact that when you look at a character like Eric Cartman and, you know, you see the things that that character does, it's supposed to be pretty clear that that's supposed to be like not what you're supposed to act like. So it's not meant to be like a bad influence on your children, which children aren't supposed to be watching it anyway. So that's not, you know, it's not their fault that parents don't pay attention to their kids and let them watch whatever they want. They're making jokes for adults about topics that are relevant to adults, right?
Right.
Just because it's children that are the characters doesn't mean that's how like people are supposed to act, or children especially are supposed to act.
I know.
I think South Park has a really good simplistic animation style, and I think that works in the format of their writing, in writing an episode in a week so that they can remain topical on what's happening in the world and what's happening in society. I think a lot of people, I think South Park is actually like a good reflection. A lot of South Park is based upon satire of things that are going on in society, and so a lot of it is a good reflection. Some of it is what my dad refers to as holding up a mirror to society, where you're like, hey, this is what's dumb about what you're doing, and I think that's a lot of South Park's humor.
Trust us, we don't remember. I know it sounds hard to believe, but we were actually really drunk the entire time.
I really like the superhero theming that we do. A lot of the big ones, I'm gonna say a lot of the stereotypical answers, but I think the fantasy episodes are really solid. I think the superhero episodes are really solid. Whenever they do like a big cinematic kind of parody of a genre, which they've done several times, I think those work really well. I'm also quite a fan of the Black Friday specials, a lot of which have incorporated the fantasy and superhero theming. So I would say those are good.